Hey everybody, it's Jeff, and in this video, kind of want to show off two of the coins I own and also talk a little bit about a few things happening in the market. Gold and silver absolutely taking a dump, and I just get the sense that it's general fund liquidation. As I've highlighted throughout my silver and gold weekly updates, the funds are actually long and have been liquidating for about the better part of a month and a half, 2 months. And silver, and really since the peak of gold prices in August, they went to their longest they've ever been at the highs and have liquidated about half of their position to get down to where we are at now. Gold at just $1,714 an ounce, which is down over $300 just about from the highs, which is pretty astonishing. Now, gold is still trading at extremely high premiums. I've been into my local coin dealer. There's 3 of them around, and there's very little gold still available. So it's not like there's a plentiful amount here. This is purely a paper trade, and the paper market is just absolutely falling apart. And there has definitely been some weakness in equities. Sports cards are down probably 15 to 20% from their highs. It feels like the bubble is slowly starting to pop. Money is definitely shifting around. It's not an all-out sell everything. It feels like the reopening trade, so to speak, is still on point, as reflected through the Dow Jones indexes higher and the NASDAQ's lower, which the NASDAQ was kind of representative of this whole stay-at-home concept where technology reigned king. So it's been interesting. Now the coin market, went to a local coin show over the weekend, and again, it was just absolutely packed. This is many times in a row now where local coin shows in the state of Ohio, been through Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati. They're just packed with people of all ages, even new dealers. I've gone to most of these shows for the last 3 years, and I'm seeing new dealers come up. A lot of dealers are younger, which is fantastic to see. I've seen more kids at these shows than I ever have, which granted, I saw like 4 kids, but that's up from 0, so that's a great thing to see. And feels like the coin market is still doing great in so many ways. So collectibles are still strong. I'm still bullish. Rare coins, I think certainly some series are performing better than others. I put out the most interesting auctions this past week, and what was interesting is the super rarities are not doing that well. Over 75,000 are actually selling well below their recent comparable sales, and it's the sweet spot is really 5,000 and under, maybe down to about $500 with good eye appeal. They're selling for well above their recent comparables or even the same coin. One last thing I want to mention is I actually sold 2 coins through Legend, and this is the first time I've ever sold through them. I've sold through Heritage and Great Collections, and I was well below the typical customer that the Legend would prefer. Typically, they say they would prefer about a $5,000 or more kind of consignment, and I only had 2 coins that they valued at around $2,200. Now, those coins ended up selling for about $4,000, so I was extremely pleased. And personally, I thought they were more like $3,200 to $3,300 coins, so Legend probably shot low on their estimate. And I'm sure some auction companies do that to, of course, inflate the look at where we sold it versus our estimates, makes it look better. But they still sold better than even I expected. I was happy. I think that's more reflection on the coin market versus Legend themselves. However, I was very happy in dealing with them. Their customer service is top notch. Their seller fees are pretty much non-existent, even on my tiny account. They didn't charge me anything. It was simply whatever the hammer price was is what I got. They have about a 17.5% buyer's premium. So if you have high-end coins, I would certainly recommend looking at Legend. I was extremely pleased. The only thing I'd say I have a small beef on is the auction ended about a week ago, and to actually get the check is not going to be till mid-April, which is almost a full month and a half to 2 months from when the auction ended. So to me, that's a little too much. I can certainly understand at least 2 to 3 weeks after the auction ended for them to collect payment, make sure everything clears, and then maybe a week after that. But a month and a half to 2 months later is quite a long time to wait to receive a check. So just wanted to show off these two coins, talk a little bit about the markets, and yeah, I appreciate you watching. Take care.